And sitting in front of me is our new 2008 Moto 160. This is not actually a dead stock bike, but it has a lot of the parts that one of our dead stock Moto 100s would have, or rather Moto 1s would have. The heart of this system is what we call our hatchet drive, and the initial reason why we decided to try and create this hatchet drive system was to take the shock forces from that are loaded into the shock and take it out from being hard mounted to the front triangle. Ordinarily with a traditional style mount system, you have the shock mounted hard to the front triangle someplace, and on bottom out loads that spikes loads into the system. That means you have to overbuild your front triangle to handle those loads. And since we went with a carbon front triangle on our upper end motos, carbon's not at its best in compression. So one of the things we wanted to do was take this shock and take those bottom out spike loads out of the main frame and reorient them. So we mounted the shock between the swing arm and the top of this hatchet drive linkage. When you analyze all the force vectors, it actually takes the force vectors from this rear wheel and bottom out loads and orients them in line with the down tube, which is your strongest tube. And we also, by not mounting it hard to the main triangle, eliminate those spike loads into the main triangle. We also are able to manipulate leverage ratios as the wheel moves through its travel by this complex linkage. We call it the hatchet drive because it kind of looks like a hatchet, we think, or maybe our engineers are smoking a little too much. Sorry, off time. Is that because the shock is being accelerated by the swing arm from the bottom and the linkage from the top, you're doubling your relative acceleration of that shock, which means you break seal stiction instantaneously on this, which is another thing that allows this to be a coil-like feel with an air shock. So you get air shock lightness, coil suppleness, all in a 30-pound package. It's the new full mountain machine.